What is going on, guys? I'm Alvin here, and this is episode 2 of Brighton's Let's Play. Today, we are going to be making our European debut. But before all of that, let's talk about our squad depth. When we look at the screen over here, I know it doesn't look good at all. Okay, we have a team average ability of only 2.5 star. And to be honest, even I'm not impressed with this squad at the start of this season. All right, so when we look at the goalkeeper position, right? Yeah, I know, the star is showing it's a 3.0, and our best goalkeeper is Jason Steele. All right, but I'm really not impressed with him, especially when you look at his attribute, right? For a 33 years old goalkeeper who's not going to be improving at all, I don't think he is going to be our end game goalkeeper. All right, so the only thing that is stopping me from selling him is actually he is homegrown in nation. So most probably, if we are going to be upgrading the goalkeeping position, I don't think I'm going to be selling him, but I'll try to demote him to the backup role as a goalkeeper. All right, maybe he can just be a mentor to our young goalkeeper that we currently have in this club, which is Bud Verbruggen. If you look at his team, right, he actually have a potential ability of a 4-star goalkeeper, but the problem is he is not good enough to start right now. Okay, when we compare him to Jason Steele, right? When we look at this, look at the polygon, right? Jason Steele is still slightly better than him. So I can't really justify, starting Bart over Jason Steele this season. But if he can improve, and I'm gonna be starting him in the domestic cups, in the FA Cup and in the League Cup, it is gonna be Bart playing. And maybe if we are gonna be facing any weaker team in the Europa League, especially, I think I'll be giving him chances, to feature in the first team and see how is he going to develop at the end of this season. Because I'm not going to be signing any new goalkeeper in the January transfer window. All right, I'm going to let Jason Steele to keep his spot as our first team goalkeeper, and I will be playing Bart, and let's see how is he going to develop until the end of the season. Who knows if he's going to develop to be better than Jason Steele at the end of this season. We won't have to sign a new goalkeeper, right? Okay, so I think the most worrying position that I will be talking about today is going to be our right back position, especially. All right, so right now I'm starting Weltman, in the right back position. But when you look at him, I know his attribute doesn't look that bad, doesn't look that great either. He's an average right back, but with his age right now, 31 years old, and his physical is already starting to drop. We are only in the month of September, okay, and his physical is already starting to drop, and I know he's gonna get he's basically gonna get worse by time to come. All right, so most probably, we can actually keep him on, but I will be playing him as a center back maybe in the future. He can actually do quite well as a ball playing, defender on a defend role. So that could be his future role in this team. All right, so we do have Tariq Lamptey in the team, with a lot of potential, but he is also not good enough to start for us. His value is amazing, to be honest. His physicals are amazing, but when I start him, look at this, his form, right? In the last 5 games that he have played for us, he has an average rating of 6.94. I know it's not that bad, but he have not had a single assist in the in these 5 games that we are talking about right now. So yeah, I think in the January transfer window, I will be addressing this possession. It is very, very crucial for us to, because we do play, with the tactic of overlapping on the left and the right hand side. We really rely upon on our wing backs to create chances for our attackers, in the final third. So having a good right back is going to make a lot of difference. Okay, so in the center back position, right, it's actually not really worrying, but the only problem is we are actually having a little bit of an aging center back, I would say. We have Luis Dang, who is basically our best player in the club right now. He's our key player. All right, so he looks really, really good. And center back, as long as their physical doesn't start dropping, fast, I think we can still rely upon them. Adam Webster is there. We have the likes of, Van Heck and then Igor, who can actually provide backup. So I think this is not a position that I should be addressing in this January transfer window. It is still good enough, for us to play through until the end of this season. All right, maybe in the next season, if we get any good offer for any of these players, we will sell them off, and then we will be looking to improve in this position. And Louis Dunk is the player that I don't think I should be selling on. Okay, he's not looking that bad. In his four appearances in the Premier League, he have had an average rating of 7.05. He's still doing good, and I don't want to anger any Brighton fans by selling one of their club legends, to be honest. So I don't want that to happen. All right, so in the left back position, right, we have Estupinan, who is really, really great for this role. He's playing really well for us. I know his average rating doesn't justify that, but he's doing quite good, with the highlights that I've seen and all. I know his average rating was 6.62, but yeah, he's still good enough. But the problem is we don't have a backup to him. Okay, Igor is basically a backup for our left centre back position. He can also cover up the left wing back position. But I would want to sign at least one young, left back who can actually, improve in the background, provide backup to Estupinan. And maybe when we sell Estupinan in the future, then we can, we will have a good left back in the club already. And basically, basically in the deadline day, right, we actually had an offer of 60 million for Estupinan, from a Saudi Arabia club, but I rejected it because like I told you guys, I can't sign any players until the January transfer window. All right, so that was the only reason I actually rejected that transfer. But if there's an offer of close to 60 million for him in the January transfer window, I will be selling him off. Okay, so our Segundo Volante, role is actually not looking good, to be honest. All right, if you look at this, James Milner is actually our first choice Segundo Volante right now, and that doesn't bode well because this guy is 37 years old. All right, so obviously, if you look at this, everything is already starting to drop for this guy, and yeah, he's going to be leaving at the end of this season. All right, his contract is going to be ending, in 2024 June, and I will not renew his contract. He's 37 years old. He's not looking good. Maybe I will try to, sign him as a coach or anything like that, depending on how his attributes are as a coach. Okay. All right. So Pascal is still injured, at the start of the season. He's still out for another 7 weeks. So, and if when he comes in, right, I will be looking to play him as our, attacking midfielder, central attacking midfielder, like I mentioned, early on in the last episode actually. Yeah, so I'll be looking on, to play him on that. So I think we can just take him off here. Jacob Morder is actually our next best Segundo Volante, but he's also injured since the start of this series. All right, so he's going to be out for another 7 weeks as well. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he's out for another 7 weeks as well. So right now, right, we are actually playing Billy Gilmore and Mahmoud Dahoud, in that position. And Billy Gilmore, if you look at this, he have potential, but he is not a Segundo Volante. He is more of a deep lying playmaker, and I'm forced to play him out of his role. And this is one of the position that I will be addressing in the January transfer window as well. And since we have a lot of midfielders and all, I think I will have to sell on at least one midfielder, to just make it balance out. Or maybe because since James Milner and Adam Lallana, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be, yeah, his contract is also ending at the end of the season. So I think it should be okay. I can just sign another midfielder, and then just wait for these two, to just see out their contract or something like that. I will think about it in the January transfer window. By the way, deep lying playmaker, position, it's still okay for me because we have Dahoud, that can actually play there. All right, so Dahoud is actually quite okay. I wouldn't say that he's really good. He is above average, in terms of a deep lying playmaker on defense, but I can't be changing the whole squad very fast. I don't want to ruin the dynamic, the team cohesion that we have in this club right now. So I can't be signing a lot of players in a very fast manner. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin anything. So for this season, I will be starting him, as a deep lying playmaker. And to be honest, James Milner has been doing quite well in that role as well. If you look at this, 6.90 average rating in 2 games that he had played for us. Not that bad, but I would want someone younger and with better potential and a better ability. We do have, Carlos Baleba that was actually signed in this season as well. All right, so that he can actually play as a deep lying playmaker. I've not played with him yet, okay, but I'll be looking to play him, give him some game time this season. He have a lot of potential that he can actually realize. So currently, I think today he will be making his debut in our Europa League debut today. All right, okay, so on the left, on the right hand side, we have the likes of Solly Marsh, Ansu Fati, João Pedro. Our attacking midfielder line, right, it's actually quite good, to be honest. We have a lot of players, a lot of young players with high potential that can cover up a lot of position. With the likes of, Ansu Fati can actually, cover up, the left wing position, the right wing, and the striker position as well. So, but he's only going to be here until the end of the season. There's no fees, set up by Brighton with Barcelona to sign him, and I don't think we are going to have 850 million to sign him at the end of the season. All right, so yeah, that is it. João Pedro is also one of an amazing player with good potential. He can cover up all of the four position in our final third, in our front four. So yeah, I would say, we are really covered when it comes to the, you know, f- to the left wing, to the central attacking midfielder position, and the right wing as well. We have players with tons of potential, and I know they are going to get better by years to come. Okay, the only thing that I want to address, if possible, in the January transfer window is going to be the striker position. Okay, so like I mentioned to you, Ansu Fati can actually play as a striker, but I'm going to be playing him either on the left hand side and the right hand side as well. So yeah, and he's only going to be here for one season. All right, we are not going to be able to sign him, obviously. So yeah, we should just leave him out of this. Okay, the next best thing is going to be Danny Welbeck. He's an aging player already. His physical have already started dropping. 32 years old. He's not going to get him any. He's not going to get improvement. He's not going to get. He's not going to improve. What am I talking here? All right. So, and when we have started, he actually started the season, injured. He just came back from his injury, and the two appearances that he have made for us has not been good either. 6.60 average rating, not great. So yeah, I will be looking to replace him in the January transfer window. We have Evan Ferguson, who is an amazing prospect in the club. We have been starting him right now, but if you look at this in the last 5 games, right, only one goal, one assist, average ratings of 6.84. He's only 18 years old. So that is the reason, he's not really consistent. When he plays well, he plays really, really well, but when he doesn't, it is awful to look at his performance. So yeah, we really need someone, with experience, someone who can be, consistent, week in, week out, score a lot of goals for us, score minimum 20 goals for us. And, while, having, Evan Ferguson developing in the background, being a backup to the striker, coming off the bench, playing well for us, developing for the future. So yeah, January transfer window, that is what I'm going to be addressing. I'm going to be trying to look for a, first choice striker. I'm going to be trying to, sign a segundo volante and a right back. These are the three positions that I will be really focusing on the January transfer window. And I really hope, with the transfer budget that we have, right, 93 million that we have right now, I think it should be enough for us to, to improve these three positions. It's only three players that we need. If we can find, someone with good quality and that can actually, that we can actually afford, I think it should not be a problem for us to sign them. All right, so this is my plan for this season, for the first season. Do let me know in the comment, what do you think? What position would you, be looking to, improve if you are the manager of Brighton. All right, guys. So the Europa League group stage draw has been done, and this is the group that we are in right now. So in our group, we have Villarreal, Ren. Is it Rene or Ren? I always have problem with this. I think it's called Ren, right? So we have Villarreal, Ren, and Panathinaikos in our team. All right, and today we are going to be facing Villarreal in the Europa League first group stage match. All right, so when we look at this, Villarreal team, right, it is actually quite a good team, I would say. Their initial media prediction is for them to finish in the fourth position, which is great. But they are currently underperforming. If you look at the La Liga table, right, they are currently sitting in the 11th position. with 6 points in 5 games. So yeah, they are underperforming this season. So hopefully, with their form not being good, we are going to be able to pile on to their misery and win big against them here today. So their key player is a 31 years old striker Gerard Moreno. But even though he's 31 years old, right? You know what? I'm gonna scout him. Okay, so even though yeah, he is 31 years old, but he looks really really good. The only thing I'm really happy to see is he's not really fast. So I really hope that our defenders are not gonna have a problem to deal with him today. All right. So, but when you look at his technical ability, his mental, right, he looks quite good. But when I look at this squad, right, when I look at this Villarreal squad, right, they actually have a quite an aging squad. If you see, let me, where is the age? Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so I've actually not done any, I've actually not put any skin or any logo pack or anything like that. That's the reason why I'm actually having a little bit trouble of navigating this season. All right, so when we look at this, they actually have a lot of players that are above 30 years old. They even have a 41 years old Pepe Reina that is actually their backup goalkeeper. And to be honest, he looks better than Jason Steele. Even their backup goalkeeper look better than Jason Steele. So you can imagine. So they have Raul Albiol, as their captain. He's 38 years old, and I think he will be starting in today as well. So hopefully, our young players with better pace, better stamina and all with these players. I really hope they are going to be able to do a better job against this aging club. But they do have some good players in their team as well. If you look at this, when we look at this, they have the likes of Ilias Akomash in their team. They have Jeremy Pino, Jorgensen, Alex Bena. So these are really good young players as well. So yeah, anything can actually happen. All right, so they have this guy named Philip. Oh my god, he looks quite good, right? Maybe I should be looking to sign him, but his mental ability is actually not that great. All right, his technical ability, his physicals are quite good for a 21 years old, but we will be scouting him. Let's see how does he look like as a, as a goalkeeper. Who knows? We can actually sign him, to be the replacement of Jason Steele next season, right? All right, so yeah, this is the team that we are going to be facing today, and I really hope that our Europa League debut is going to be good. You know, seriously. All right, so in the Premier League, things are not looking great for us. In the last episode, we played against Newcastle and we won 3-0 against them, which was really, really great. But after that, things have not been, you know, according to the plan. This is not what I was expecting. Immediately after the game against Newcastle, we drew 1-1 against Fulham, and it was an awful display, to be honest. And yeah, and after that, things have not got better when we lost 2-0 to West Ham. This was away from home, and West Ham is a good team. Okay, so yeah, I was not really upset, when we lost to West Ham because they are quite good. I really thought, going into this game against Everton, right? I really thought that we are going to be winning against them. Everton was sitting in the 18th position during that time, and look at this. We did not create good chances at all. I know we had a lot of possession, but we only had 3 shots on target with an XG at 0.82. This was an awful performance by the team, and I really don't know what happened. All right, but luckily we bounced back against the likes of Tottenham over here. If you look at this, we actually FM them in this game. We only had 1 shot on target, and we managed to score. Solly Marsh gave us a lead in the 8th minute, and we hold on to that lead until the end of the game. All right, so Pedro Porro actually got sent off in the 18th minute, and I really thought we were going to win the match. Okay, but in the 45 minutes before the end of the first half, James Milner got himself sent off, and I really thought, that we were going to lose this match, and it's going to be getting worse, after this. But luckily for us, we managed to hold on to the 1 goal lead, and we managed to get 3 points against Tottenham. All right, so in the Premier League right now, we are sitting in the ninth position with 8 points, in 5 games. It is still not looking that bad because our club vision, our board expectation, our supporters' expectation is for us to finish in the top half. So we are still there. We are still there. We are still doing good. And we are not that far away from a European qualification as well. Only 2 points, behind the likes of Arsenal, West Ham, Chelsea that are basically occupying the Europa League and the Conference League position, and even only 3 points behind Liverpool. who we are going to be facing next after Villarreal. Alright guys, so this is the team that I'm going to be fielding against Villarreal here today. It's going to be Jason Steele in goal. Our four defenders is going to be Estopina, Luis Dang, Adam Webster and Weltman. James Milner will be starting alongside Dahoud as our two defensive midfielder. Mitoma, João Pedro and Ansu Fati will be behind Evan Ferguson as our striker up front. Let's just submit the team and get into the match. Alright, so we are going to have a first highlight here. The possession is with Luis Dang to Estupinan. Mitoma lost the possession through a tackle by Foyt. And now, the possession is with Villarreal. Parejo to Diaz. Parejo with the possession again. He found the pass to Diaz and Diaz found Alex Bena and he have gave Villarreal a lead in the second minute of this match. This is not the start that I was looking for against Villarreal here. And Dahoud looks like, he's got an injury, but it's basically not showing anything, in the squad list over here. So I think he should be good enough to still play the first half here. Oh my god. This is not this is seriously not what I was hoping for. I'm gonna encourage the team, and now we have a corner here. Estupinan trying to look for Luis Dang. Okay, it is headed clear by the defender, but still the possession is with Estupinan. He tried to look for João Pedro. João Pedro got into the header, but he could not keep the header on target. Alright, it looks like the injury to Dahoud is getting worse. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take him off for. Should I? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring in Adam Lallana. He can also play as a segundo volante, and we are going to confirm the change, and let's see if we can equalize before the end of this first half here. Alright, so it's going to be a free kick here to Villarreal. Parejo trying to look for Saulo. Okay, Quensa to Diaz. Okay, we won back the possession, and now Jeremy Pino got into the loose ball, and now Quensa on the left hand side to Alex. Alex got past the defender, and he makes it 2-0. What is going on, guys? Seriously? This is not looking good for us at all. Look at that. The Mitoma's missed header there, lost the possession for us. And now Alex Bena. From outside the penalty box, he got past two of our defenders and no chance for Jason Steele there. That was a good finishing by him. Seriously, I know Villarreal was going to be a hard opposition. I know, they are a really good team. But the problem is, I'm not sure whether we are going to be able to win against Rene and Panathinaikos as well. I was not expecting a win against this Villarreal team, but at least a draw would be a good start for our Europa League campaign, right, this season. Now, João Pedro with the possession, passing it to Mitoma on the left-hand side. Mitoma, to be honest, he have not had a good start for us, from the left-hand side this season. And yeah, it has been quite underwhelming. I was really expecting a lot from him. He have not had a single goal yet, if I'm not mistaken, and not even a single assist. So hopefully today, when we need him the most, I really hope he's gonna be, rise up, through the, through this challenge and really score a goal for us here and get a win. Oh my god. João Pedro could not score a goal from that volley there. It was a good save by the keeper. And now Estupinan is gonna be taking the corner. He's trying to look for Luis Dang from the far post, but it is headed clear by the defender. Okay, went off for a throw-in. Is the highlight going to still go on? No, the highlight is going to end. Oh, the highlight is going to go on from the throw-in. Estupinan to Evan Ferguson. Mitoma in the penalty box. Can he take a shot there? That was a good save by Jorgensen. The Jorgensen that we was talking about just now? That we were, looking to scout him and maybe sign him as a replacement to Jason Steele. I think I might do that. His performance in this game has been amazing. Look at him, he actually have an average rating of 7.5 against us. We are creating a lot of chances in this game, which is really great. But we are not finishing them. It is not looking good for us, guys. Okay, now the possession is with Villarreal. Now Pedraza for Villarreal. He got into the penalty box. Lucky for us, he could not keep his shot on target, or else it could have been 3-0, guys. Alright, so the scoreline in the first half is going to be 2-0, which is not really great. If you look at this, we are creating some chances, like I mentioned to you just now, 0.96 average rating, okay. 2 shots on target, 51% possession, but we are not finishing in the final third. And look at this, the average rating of our players, with Webster 6.4, 6.5, Dunk 6.4, I really thought that we were gonna have a easier time, playing against this Villarreal, this aging Villarreal team that I was talking to you guys about. But they are playing really well, to be honest. Oh my god, now Evan Ferguson have actually got a knock. He's recovering from a knock and he's not playing well as well. You know what? Let's just take him off for Danny Welbeck. Yeah, we are gonna bring in Danny Welbeck. He can actually play as a pressing forward as well. James Milner is also not playing well. I'm gonna bring in Billy Gilmore for him, and you know what, Luis Dang, take him off for Igor. Okay, we have actually done 4 subs in 56 minutes. This is not looking good for us. I'm gonna encourage the team over here. I'm not gonna demand more. We are already losing this game 2-0. Hopefully, a word of encouragement from their manager will actually motivate them to play well. I really hope that will happen. It is the 70th minute, and you know what? We need to make a few changes on the tactics. All right. So we are gonna go slightly more direct with our passing. Stop looking for the overlap. Stop focusing on the middle. Stop playing out of defense as well. Stop working the ball into the box. Run at defense. We are gonna go more direct. We are gonna go a little bit more wider. I think fairly wide should be okay. All right. So distribute to flanks. Distribute quickly. Stop taking short kicks. All right. In terms of the trap inside, I think it should be okay. It should be okay. You know what? Stop trapping inside because our centre backs are not playing well today. Let's use our wing backs as well, to do something today. All right, so since we are playing a little bit a little bit wider, right? I'm gonna remove the instruction from our wingers to basically sit narrower. Okay, so we are going to go a little bit more wider, try to pull them away from from their penalty box, and ensure maybe we can find more space, while doing that, hopefully. Now Igor it's with the possession for us. Can he get a good cross in? He's trying to look for Ansu Fati in the far post. Headed clear by the defender, but we still have the possession. Now Estupina lost the possession. Igor won it back. That was a good awareness by him. Now Billy Gilmore with the possession, playing it long to Estupinan. He got a lot of space. He found Mitoma in the penalty box. He found a pass to Welbeck, but Welbeck could not finish it. What are we doing, guys? These are the chances that we should be taking. This is not looking good for us. And you know what's the worst part? Later on, we will have to play against Liverpool. And that is even worse. Okay, now Lallana to Waldman. Webster. Okay, now Webster, what is he doing? Okay, passing it to Gilmore. Gilmore, he found João Pedro, but João Pedro lost the possession, but Mitoma got into the loose ball. He lost it again. What are we doing? And Welbeck took a shot from outside the penalty box, and it did not even tested the keeper. Guys, this is not looking good for us. If we can't beat Villarreal, right, there's no chance for us to going. I was really looking forward, to going at least to the semi-final of this competition. To be honest, Roberto De Zerbi is really doing a good job with this club, with this team, We have a very young squad. I understand that. They have a lot of potential. In the long run, it's going to be really good for us. But the problem is, if we are not performing well this season, we might get fired. The series might end, with me getting fired. So I don't want that to happen. And Danny Welbeck have actually clawed one goal back. But there is a suspicion of an offside. Oh my god, no. Okay, the goal has been awarded, which is amazing news for us. Can we score one more goal in the next 7 minutes to make it, to complete the comeback and get at least 1 point from this game? That was a great, cross by João Pedro there. Amazing dribbling by him. He got past the two defenders. He found Welbeck, and Welbeck, if he did not score from there, right, I would have been so livid, guys. And now João Pedro is injured. Guys, what is happening to this? What is happening to this club here? Now, Enkiso, I'm gonna be bringing him, to play as our. You know what? He can play as a shadow striker as well. Let's play him as a shadow striker. Yep, I'm gonna bring in Enkiso for João Pedro, and I really hope it's not gonna be a long-term injury for him. He just got back from an injury, and he have started playing well, and now he's out with another injury, and I think we are gonna be losing this game 2-1. Hmm. in the second half, right, after I make those changes, right, after I make the tactic changes, if you look at this, if you look at the timeline, the 70th minute, after I made the tactic, we have actually created, we were playing well, and also it is really making me think whether this tactic that I've done, right, this custom tactic, is this the way to go with this team? Should I be making any changes, to it, to be making it a little bit better. I think that is what I'll be looking to do. Okay, so by the way, in the other set of match, Ren and Panathinaikos have actually drawn with each other, which is great for us because it makes it, it yeah, we are only behind by 1 point from the second position, which is amazing. And after this, I'm not sure whether we are going to be facing Panathinaikos or Ren or not, but we have to find a win, or else it's going to be over for us, before it even starts in this Europa League campaign. And now let's have a look at the injury. We have three players who are injured right now. João Pedro is going to be out for another 3 to 5 more weeks with a twisted ankle. Oh my god. Not looking great, guys. Okay, Dahoud is out for another 1 or 3 more days only. That is great. And Mitoma is also out for the next 5 days. Hey, if you look at this, like I mentioned to you guys just now, right? Mitoma, yeah, only 1 assist from this guy. Oh my god. This is really not looking good for him. If you look at these 4 appearances in the Premier League, right? Only 6.63 average rating. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with his performance. He have not started well. I know his attribute looks really good and all and everything, but on the field, he is not performing well for us. Alright, guys, so for our next episode, we are gonna come back for our Premier League match against Arsenal and our Europa League group stage match against Rennes. So hopefully, by the time we reach this month of November, we are going to have a turnaround to our form. We are going to play well in the Premier League and in the Europa League as well. Accumulating some wins, accumulating some points, and hopefully we are going to be in a better position next episode. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.